Little weather update. It is 5:15 p.m. We're expecting high traffic on the 400 going northbound.
I'm already on.
All right, looks like today we're reading Reddits, guys, on r/am I the asshole. So apparently my girlfriend wants me to judge if these people are assholes or not. Is that the name of the game here?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. What do I get if I win?
Hate. Honestly, you end up hating people on this.
What's new? You want to read it or do you want me to read it?
Well, you're more boombastic with your voice, so you go for it.
Okay. Something is mentally wrong with my Uncle Dave. 50s. He's faked cancer, faked being in the military, and faked having well-paying jobs to impress women. He's been married 3 times. Sounds like a lot of people I know.
Yeah, right? Like that. Wow.
I went to my grandma's birthday, and Dave shows up with a new girlfriend and his head shaved. She goes on about his cancer treatments. I look at my cousin who works for the closet chemotherapy facility and is like, nope. Was that like gay cancer? Closet chemotherapy?
I have no idea.
I later pulled this woman aside and tell her Dave's history of faking cancer, and she started to put 2 and 2 together because Dave just lost his well-paying quote-unquote job because of his sick days for cancer being back. Dave has already moved in with this woman, and she was helping him out. This woman had no f***ing chill and screamed at Dave at my grandma's birthday and told him to get his shit out of the home before she calls the police about him. My mom and grandpa are angry at me and told me to leave because of what I did to Dave. And grandma at her party was quote-unquote evil because this could be grandma's last birthday party because she's old.
Whoa. Okay.
So hold on, I'm lost for a second. Whose birthday party are we at? We're at the grandma's birthday.
We are at the grandma's birthday party. Uncle Dave has showed up with a new girlfriend who he has already moved in with, and he is faking having cancer being back. He's done this multiple times now.
Okay, that's his.
And
that's how he gets his pussy, I guess. I don't know.
I guess that's his manipulation for getting free shit for being a bum. He's like, oh, I'm so pitiful. I have cancer. Could I move in with you? Could you take care of me? Kind of deal.
He's probably ugly as and that's the only way that he can. Let's see what else we got. So this person, someone who isn't me, Swim, was kicked out of the party. I don't see how I'm in the wrong when it was Dave lying to a woman to live in her home, but I'm the bad guy here. So everything is now my fault, and I've been told not to come around to a family gathering at my grandma's again. Yo.
No, that I don't think she's the asshole at all.
So who?
There is.
It's a she?
Yes, this is the niece, I believe. Hold on. It didn't specify.
So look.
Grandma's birthday shaved. No, I don't know what OP is. OP is original poster.
OP is gender fluid.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So, OP...
OP is not exact... Like, yes, they did an asshole thing by...
No.
They should have minded their own business, but...
I don't believe...
But the biggest asshole in this whole story, I want you to guess who I'm going to say.
Dave.
No.
Mom?
The grandma.
Oh, yeah, no.
You gonna kick me out of the party for speaking my mind.
All right. So what I'm seeing here is she did not be an asshole for telling this woman that she is being used by this 50-year-old, which is ridiculous, by the way. He's 50. He should have his shit together. But the thing is, there is a right moment, time, place, all that. Not at Grandma's birthday party. How old is Grandma? Uncle Dave is her son, and he's 50. She's probably late 70s, early 80s. Like, that, I wouldn't say that would be one of Grandma's last birthdays, by the way, if she is in her late 70s.
Nah, she's still got the energy to kick her niece.
Exactly. How are you going to tell me that this is so disrespectful? This might be one of the last birthday parties because she's old. Bro, she's in her late 70s. Unless she had him when she was 40.
Okay, next story. Confirmed. Grandma is the asshole. Grandma confirmed.
I Am I the asshole for demanding that my niece and or her parents pay me back for hundreds of dollars of perfume she stole from me? All right, starting out, I believe you're not the asshole. All right. Da-da-da-da. I'm not involved, please. Oh. I have a perfume collection that I started when I was a teenager slinging burritos at my first job. I have over 400 bottles at this point. I take great pride in my collection, and I use it.
So far, OP's the asshole because she's a hoarder.
That is not no. A hoarder has more than one thing, and also 400 bottles. That's not a perfume. They're tiny little things. That cabinet that we have out there, you can fit 400 bottles of perfume in there.
I don't have over 100 of anything. Even including dollars.
A hoarder hoards more than one thing. Like you can technically say she's hoarding, but
then she's not a hoarder. She's an
asshole. Okay, so
asshole.
people collecting coins, are they assholes?
How many perfumes do you have, babe?
I have none because I don't wear perfume. This person is collecting
because
things.
The smell around this house is awesome. You know why?
Please tell me you're editing that out. I pray to God you do. No. Get that thing away from me. You just farted on the mic, bro. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Jeez.
As you were saying. Here. It's clean.
Yeah, it's absolutely clean.
As you were saying.
I don't even know where I left off now.
You were reading.
I know that.
Over 400 bottles at this point is where we left off.
All right.
It's obnoxious.
It is not bad. People collect many things, and sometimes more than one. This is one thing that she's collecting, all right? All right. I take great pride in my collection, and I use it. She actually uses the product, too. So that's awesome. I'm also happy to give people decent samples
Decants.
Decants. I thought it said decent samples. Like, okay. Of most of my bottles, let them sample a spray or two, give some bottles as gifts, etc. What I have a huge fucking problem with or issue with is my 17-year-old niece coming into my home under the guests.
She stopped when I did that.
She
was just hovering over the water like, am I the asshole?
Right
Pepper
now.
Is the
right
answer.
Now.
Answer. Pepper is the asshole. Okay. 17-year-old niece.
All right. 17-year-old niece coming into my home under the guise of walking my dog. So,
decanting bottles.
Is guise like a disguise or like
kind of. It kind of means that. So under the guise, it's like under the
assumption
in this way, it's more like an impression or
like I'm faking or I am actually gonna walk your dog, but at the same time I have other priorities on my mind.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Caricaturization.
Okay. Decanting bottles on her own and selling the samples to her little friends. Whoa.
Decanting bottles on her own and
selling the samples.
Selling the samples.
I put an emphasis on there, not like you though, okay?
To her little friend.
She thinks that because I have so many bottles, I wouldn't notice some missing or getting massive dents in them. Well, little miss, an entrepreneur failed to realize that her private Instagram wasn't friends only or whatever, and I saw each and every fucking story with each price and sample she had. Wow, she's all right. 17 years old, you should be smart enough not to post your thievery online. I'm just saying.
Yeah. The 17-year-old isn't an asshole as more she is an ignorant retard. The OP of this post,
I think
I'm gonna go with asshole.
No. So far, they're handling it very well because if you have anger problems...
Bobbies!
Manny.
Shut up. It's not an intruder.
Sit. Alright. So far, they're handling it very well. Right now, if she had an anger problem, I believe, yes, it's a female, right? I believe OP if they had an anger problem, they would be blowing up already at this point. Like,
No, they don't have an anger problem. They took it to Reddit.
all right, I tallied that shit up and got a pretty good estimate based on cost per ounce. Thankfully, she mostly picked the TikTok famous perfumes like Bianco Latte and Escape.
Escape.
And Dory over here, Escape.
Gourmand.
And didn't go for the most rare niche perfumes. She did snatch an entire 2.5 ounce bottle of
Baccarat Rouge.
Baccarat Rouge, through which runs 300 plus at most retailers, as well as full bottles of perfumes you can get at Sephora, like Marc Jacobs Daisy, Burberry, Her Elixir, Flower Bloom, Flower Bomb, etc. She has a lot of fucking perfumes. She's stealing whole ass bottles. Full bottles.
I'm lost on this one.
Oof. Petty or not, I printed out the entire list of what she'd taken, price estimate, and handed it off to my sister, her mom. I said that I expected to be paid back in full, and of course, her fucking sneaking little ass is never allowed in my home again. My sister got super pissy with me, going on about how my niece is just a kid, kids make mistakes, etc. I said, yes, kids make mistakes, and this is a great way for my niece to learn from hers.
Agreed.
Yeah, that is absolutely, yes. This is your punishment, paying back all that money that you have stolen from family member.
Agreed. I agree with OP.
Their argument is that now the money she was going to use for a car has to go towards paying me back.
I don't
care. She's lucky that I have no interest in involving the police, small claims, or any of that. But am I the asshole because she is a teenager?
So,
she is borderline adult.
OP is not the asshole. The asshole here may just be a teenager, but I'm sorry. I agree with OP. Mom raised a little shithead. Mom should pay for it. Kids stole.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there are retributions to your actions, and this is your punishment. You are not going to get a car with that stolen money. No, it's not happening. You need to actually earn that money. You need to work for that money.
When my brother's kids grow up, and if they're teenagers, and they ever come over, and next thing you know, one of my controllers is missing.
Oh, man, I will lose
Guess
it.
who's paying for it? My brother.
Yeah. Since she is 17, borderline adult, technically, she should definitely know better. Especially, like, with how the mom is handling it, too. Like, both of them. Spoiled brats. That's what it sounds like to me. They think that they can steal and get away with it and spend the money however they want. Like, no consequences.
Negative. Zero.
Yeah. Zero care in the world. Fuck them.
Next. AITA. Am I the asshole? For calling the Uber in the middle of a wedding reception? So for context, I have a disability, and I have the inability to drive. My husband drives me everywhere. My husband knew about my disability when we met, obviously. Anyways, my husband proposed, and 2 weeks later, his best friend proposed to his GF. We set the date for September 16th, but they did too. Oh, shit.
All right, we're already...
That's fucked up.
Yeah, like, they're gonna ask their girlfriend to get engaged with them on the same day that you're doing the engagement, and then they're planning the same day like, we're already in asshole territory with the other couple.
Sounds like homie's a copycat.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, he's doing this, so I gotta do this. Or if he's like an older brother, he might be feeling like...
No, it says best friend.
Oh, best friend. I thought it was brother.
No.
And that's even worse. I don't know.
So, we decided to forego the wedding and elope and buy a home. My husband is asked to do the bachelor party and pays for it all. They never said he was or wasn't the best man, but they have been friends since diapers. Then the day before the wedding at the rehearsal, when the pastor asked it's a guy that has known the couple for under a year, I don't know. Okay, cool. Then, all right, let me reread that. Yeah. Then the day before the wedding at the rehearsal,
when the pastor asks
when the pastor asks, it's a guy that has no.
Okay.
It's
So
the pastor.
they're inquiring
The pastor
about
who
who
has
is-
known them. Okay.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Okay, cool. My husband's upset but doesn't say anything. We get to the wedding at noon for pictures. I stay in the car because the place is in the middle of nowhere and I'm not in the party. Both the groomsmen and bridesmaids, BFs and GFs, got to be in the pictures. Not me. Okay, cool. Well, you did stay in the car.
Yeah.
Time for the wedding and we all have seating. The
All
GFs.
right. Can we take a pause on that note right there?
This is a lot.
There is a lot to take in, and there's no spacing for me. Like, there's no spacing, no categories, no paragraphs.
I'm not even fucking sure what's going on.
Yeah, so...
We're at a wedding.
So, OP has
That's
a
all I know.
disability. And it's obviously... it might be...
Their disability is using commas and periods properly.
Yeah. But I hasn't knew about my disability. Okay. All right. 2 weeks later, his best friend proposes. Okay, so there is a space between the proposal dates, but the event dates for the wedding are set to be the same, which
Correct.
is
September 16th.
that's mad disrespectful.
Yeah.
Like, you propose first and you set the date first, and you're gonna go over here and set the date on the same day. No, that is absolutely a no-go. And then they proceed. Since she has a disability and they're fighting so hard about having it on the 16th as well as theirs, they're like, fuck it, let's just elope. Let's buy a house. Let's get this, get this ball rolling. We've already been together for probably a long time. And then, this is what, stuck out to me. Hold on, where is it? The elope by home. My husband is asked to do the bachelor party and pays for it all. Why is he paying for the bachelor party? I've never heard that. At least not one person paying for the whole party. Like, it's split between the groomsmen, isn't it?
I was almost Dee's best man, and the goal was to get a bunch of cabins for everybody.
Yeah. I know what the
And
plans
he was like,
were, but I'm talking about the financial.
Traditionally, as a best man, you would pay for it. And then I told him, I was like, then I'm like,
I
no
can't
offense,
be,
but I don't want to be your best man.
I can't.
And he was cool with it.
I think that's a little
I
bit...
called out of being best man. Kind of like you call out sick from work.
I think that's a little bit ridiculous.
Am I the asshole? The GFs and BFs are walking with their partners in the party, except me. I was close. Except me. Instead, they have my husband walk down with his ex, who conveniently wasn't at rehearsal, and they forgot to tell him. Okay, cool, I let it go. I married the man.
Okay, this person is a saint.
We
so
get
far.
to the reception, and there's assigned tables. And shouldn't you know it, he's sitting with his ex, and I'm not even assigned a seat.
A seat at what?
I end up standing in the back because I didn't want to cause anything. I go to the bathroom, and the bride's in there with the ex who said he wants me back. It sucks he went and got married. The bride then responded, she's not much. Just wait till the dancing starts. She'll seize out. Oh
my God.
I promptly went and called an Uber without saying anything. I ended up telling my husband to stay and ended up getting in a fight. The Uber came, windows down, blaring music, and I left. I proceeded to get messages, now I ruined their day, and how if I just let my husband go, instead of burdening him, life would be a lot better. My husband's completely on my side. He loves and supports me, and my disability doesn't change anything between us. I just don't know if I should apologize and let it go, especially since they were my husband. Oh, my God.
All right, we need... Hold on. Time the fuck out.
Oh, my God.
So, first, she's not...
That's a lot to take in, babe.
First, she
What are we
is not-
doing here? We're reading... Oh, my God. We're reading the worst of the worst. I just want to say, I'm picturing this wedding... It's all the tuxes. I want you to picture this. And the type of people we're dealing with, all the tuxes are fucking sleeveless. All the guys have gel in their hair and they spray themselves with Axe. Like, we're dealing with the worst of the worst right now.
Okay. I will say
the ex-bride or the ex-girlfriend who was like, he wants me back.
I call bullshit
She's
on that.
actively pregnant in this story.
I call bullshit on that. The whole he wants me back deal. But let's start off. Here's the first thing that happens. First, they do the wedding day. And then second, she's not even in the same parking lot as everybody else. And then she's not included in pictures. She's not going down the aisle with her husband. And they, not at rehearsal.
They don't like her.
Rehearsal, they did not have the ex there. on purpose.
They
Conveniently,
they
she
don't
was
like,
left out of it.
They don't like this lady. They don't like this lady.
For some, I don't understand what the hell is happening with.
She has a disability.
And she should be hated for that from these people. That is that is beyond asshole.
No, but that makes her the asshole.
That is evil.
I'm kidding.
That is so evil. Like, they do all of this, and I bet since the bride was talking to the ex privately about this, I'm pretty sure that the bride is trying to break up their marriage so that she can get back with the ex. She's probably friends with the ex. That's why she's and.
This is the most white trash.
And she has a disability, and they don't give her a seat beside her husband. They give the exit and have her standing up.
That's crazy.
And then bluntly
get her a
saying
wheelchair and park her next to her husband.
I mean, it's not. I don't think it's that kind of disability.
Get a tow truck.
They were saying she'll seize out, so she might be epileptic.
Lower her in with a crane right next to her husband if you have to.
This is ridiculous. I am glad. I hope that the reason he got into a fight is fighting for his wife. It's like, this is what you fucking planned the whole time, and then started getting into a fight with everybody and left. I hope that's what happened.
Yeah.
Because he is obviously staying with her, completely on her side, and supporting her. Disability doesn't change a thing. Like, that oh my god. These people are assholes. Don't consider them friends anymore.
But this lady is not the asshole, so...
No, and she should not apologize for
the
shit.
ex and the best friend, confirmed asshole. OP is not an asshole. Clap. Refusing to pay a neighbor. Hold on, go back. Refusing to pay a neighborhood kid for cutting my lawn when I didn't ask him to. Let's read that one. All right. This one's from 1 day ago. Am I the asshole for refusing to pay a neighborhood kid for cutting my lawn when I didn't ask him to? 29 male, recently bought my first house. I'm settling in and I like the neighborhood. And a few neighbors even came by to say hello. They included a woman, 43 female, and her 13-year-old son. Not long after, I was on my couch one afternoon and saw the son outside, mowing my front lawn.
So he's gonna do the knock and ask, like, can I cut your lawn for you? Like, you can't go around just cutting people's grass and be like, hey, pay me. Like, you can't do that. This kid is...
I'm reading ahead, and right now, all I'm getting from that is, first one's free, because it says... I was confused since I'd never asked him to and he'd never offered. I went out and politely asked him why he was doing it. He said he did it for lots of neighbors and quickly added they give him $5 for it. So this kid is like, he's like, ooh, another sucker, you know?
I wonder if everybody in the neighborhood is like old people or something, and they're just like, all right, here you go.
No, they're just, they got money to spend. Like, yeah, mow my grass. Fuck up the weeds. Accidentally run over the garden.
This is a 13-year-old. He does not know how to properly take care of a lawn, probably.
Hey, you don't know that. He's raised by a 43F. He could be.
43? Yeah, how old was she? 13. So 30. She was 30 when, yeah, wow.
I found it really weird. So thanked him for the partial work he'd done before explaining that since I hadn't asked for wanted him to do it, I wasn't going to be paying for him. He said okay and quietly left my lawn. Oh my God, it continues.
All right, he said okay and quietly left my lawn.
I figured that might be the end of it. Just a kid trying to make some money. Resolved. With no harm done. End of story. But the next day, his mom arrived on my doorstep and angrily asked me why I hadn't paid her son. I basically repeated what I'd said to her son, but she wouldn't accept it. She just kept saying that it was a kind gesture and that he does it for all the other neighbors. She also said $5 isn't a lot of money and I could have just gave it to him. I kept trying to explain that an agreement like that needs to be set up ahead of time. Otherwise, it's nothing more than a random demand for money.
Yes, exactly.
But she basically tuned me out and ended up walking away as I was talking. I was amazed the adult in the situation was handling it worse than the literal child was. I'm wondering how much longer this will go on for. This is great.
Do you think that she's like using him to get there's a little extra pocket money? He's taking the money. She's taking the money from him because he was like, okay, bye, and she comes back and is just like being an absolute bitch about it. It's like $5 isn't a lot of money. I might not have cash. I might not want to spend $5 on your child. I might have a hobby or an addiction that is $5 every day, and I'm just like, that $5 is going to that. Like, I might be getting coffee every single day. That $5 is going to that. I'm not spending an extra $5.
I think 43F is just, and I even hate using this word, it's so overplayed, but typical Karen.
Yeah.
Typical Karen. So, that was last week. Every time I've seen her since, she stared daggers at me or made a show crossing the street to avoid me.
She's treating him like a mean dog, or not even a mean dog, just a dog that's barking. You know, people always get scared of dogs before anything if they hear a dog barking. And they're just like, oh my god, stay away from it. It's rabbit, it's mean. Blah. Like, alright.
I'm not instigating any further. I really have no desire to speak to her, but I'm thinking she might try to send her poor kid back to collect the money, or even mow the lawn again.
See, he even suspects it too. She send him back. It's like she's using her son, which is very, very asshole. Asshole to the 4th degree. Like, fuck her.
Oh, we're almost done. Let me finish it. I vented about this to my family and friends, and while most seemed to agree with me, some said I should have been grateful and paid the boy, and just told them from then on not to mow the lawn. I can't tell if I've been an ass here or if my reaction to the whole thing was entirely justified. OP, not an ass. That mom...
No, you can't say that on
I'll
YouTube.
bleep it.
Alright, anyway.
And the son... I feel bad for the boy.
Yes!
He's probably a good kid.
He just accepted that he was like, I
I'm
didn't
gonna make
ask
some
you
money,
for this, and I
I'm gonna
don't
help
have the
my
money.
mom. I'm gonna help my mommy, and I'm gonna do some work, honest living.
And this guy's like, I'm not going to pay you, kid. We didn't have an agreement. It is hilarious, though, to think about. You're just on the couch.
And then
You're just watching TV, and then you hear, "Wah." You're like, what is that? And then you look outside, and there's a kid mowing you.
I want to know how he's getting his mower around. Is this like a neighborhood that's like our neighborhood where everybody's close to shit and you just walk with your little lawnmower on the sidewalk, or is he got like a wheel, like a wagon that he's pulling his he's pulling his little mower on a wagon like an official weed man?
You realize lawnmowers have wheels, right?
That's why I was saying, like, if they're close knit neighborhood, not like, you know how in my neighborhood they're spaced out a little bit more. So you're not really wanting to push your mower all over that street.
So you'd lift your mower into a wagon and then just pull the even heavier wagon?
Or attach the wagon to your bike. That's what I was picturing. He has like a little bike and he's got a wagon and he's got his little hitched up. He's like an official man.
The 50s? You know, throw it in a radio flyer?
Throwing out some newspapers.
All right. Well, that was Am I the Asshole with my girlfriend, and I think we have officially confirmed
None
that...
of these guys were assholes on this go-round.
Well, I think we've confirmed from all these that she is the asshole.
I will prove it if you want.
Like and subscribe. Thank you.